This is an app that I made and it's called KB Android Emulator. Using this, you can run Android Emulator on your PC, the official Android emulators from Google. Usually to use the official Android emulators, you have to download the entire Android Studio, or you can use the command line tool, which is not user friendly. So I made this app which manages all the Android emulators in one place without Android Studio. So if you're looking for a way to run Android emulators on your PC, the official one, full-blown Android emulator from Google without Android Studio, yeah, this is the app for that. And this is why I made this. You can run latest Android versions like the Android 16, 17, Android TV, watchOS, and it runs pretty well. And I have done some optimizations, so it actually runs better than the official Android Studio method. I've also published this on GitHub. So this is the official GitHub page. If you want to help me, make this app better, you can contribute. Source code is fully open source, so you can go there and check this out. If you're a user, just want to use my app, you can go to releases. This is still in beta. There are some bugs here and there. Okay, you can go here and expand the assets and download this and install it. So let me actually show you guys by installing it. I'm going to go to the releases and then going to get the latest beta version. It's a small installer, around 5.7 megabytes. So just install it as you install the other programs. If smart screen appears, click on show more info and run it anyway. You get this warning because this app is not signed and I don't have money to actually sign the app, but the app itself is completely free and open source, so you can check out all the codes if you want to. And after that, you can click on next and choose the location where you want to install it. I recommend you guys to choose a different location than the default. The default is under user folder, app data, and local. So just change it to your C drive, root directory, or if you have a D drive, you can select that and click OK. And then click next and next. Now in first launch, you have to download some essential tools to use this application. So first one is OpenJDK. The app can download it for you, so you just click on download and install. And after that, you need to download the Android command line tools, and then you need to go to SDK Manager. You can click on that, or there is a sidebar where it says SDK Manager. You just click on that. Here, you need to download the core emulator tools. One is Android emulator itself, which doesn't have a GUI. So this app will act as a GUI. Just click on them to download, and you can go to console logs to see what's happening in the background. You can see all the info about what this app is doing, like downloading tools and all that. After you have downloaded all the essential tools, you're ready to download the actual Android images. So under browse and download OS images, there are multiple categories. Stable Play Store, you can download the latest Android version from it, which comes with Play Store. Like for example, Android 16, you can click on download to download the image. Then we have the stable APIs or AOSP without a Google Play Store. Then we have the beta. Here you can download the latest Android beta version, Android 17. In Android TV, you can download the Android TV OS. This app works similar to Android Studio's GUI, where you create the Android emulators, but this doesn't require a Android Studio. By default, the Android Studio will not give you the best settings for the emulators. So this app actually has some optimizations. After you have downloaded the images, you can go to My Devices and then create the emulator. Let me actually show you guys on my main PC. So basically, you can click on create new device and select the Android version and give it a name. Right now, I have downloaded the Android 16, but you can also download the multiple of them. You can change the resolution. The 720p will give you the best performance, but if you want the better quality, you should go with the 1080p. GPU rendering mode, leave it to auto and it will automatically select the best setting for you, or you can force the graphics card so the emulator will use your GPU, or if you want the best compatibility, you can run the software emulation. It will be slow, but it will be more compatible. You can give a custom RAM, internal storage. After all the settings are done, you can click on create device and the device will be created instantly. That's because I've done some optimizations, like for example, by default, the official way to create the Android emulator will include SD card, which makes creating the Android emulator slow. So in this app, it's instant. After you have created created the Android emulator, you can click on edit configuration and change the settings, and you'll find some useful tweaks in here, like for example, quick boot, show Android loading logo, which is on by default, ultra gaming mode, which is still in experimental. If you have downloaded the AOSP or Google API Android, this will work. If you have downloaded the Google Play Store one, this will not work. This feature basically forces emulator to use your GPU instead of your CPU. So this is the Android emulator that we just created. First boot will take around 1 to 2 minutes. The faster your SSD, it will boot faster. And you can also make the Android emulator boot instantly with fast boot resume. I'll explain you guys how that works. Right now, there are a couple of bugs, or let's just say I haven't polished this app. So you will see terminal popping up. Don't be scared. These terminals are basically calling the emulator.exe from Google. It should have done it in the background, so I need to fix this. If you see the terminal, don't close them, just minimize them. They're actually part of the app right now. I'll make it run in background. Again, this app is still in beta, so expect some bugs here and there. And just like that, within a minute, actually it didn't took a minute. I can actually check the log here. If I go to log, yeah, it took more than a minute, almost like 75 seconds. For first boot, that's normal, absolutely normal. Now you can start using the Android emulator just like this. And you know, look at the performance. And I have also added a custom keyboard shortcut to make this Android emulator full screen. You can just press F11 on your keyboard and it will make the Android emulator full screen just like this. Yeah, it's not a feature on official Android emulator by default. Now you can go and download your apps, games, whatever you want to do. You can go to about your phone and you can see this is running the latest Android version 16, and it actually runs like butter. Almost all the apps are usable. You can sign in with your Google account and start downloading the app. I have this Android emulator created when I was testing this. I have actually signed in with my Google account and I have downloaded some games and apps. So let me show you guys how those work in here. So this isn't the first boot for this device and it should boot faster. If we go and check the log, there is a log option. We can see it booted in 27 seconds. Only the first boot will take some time, okay? And you can also turn off the logs. If you want to troubleshoot anything, you're facing some issue, you should turn on the log and check the log to see what's actually causing the issue. And here you can see I have downloaded a couple of games and also apps like the Facebook. Look at that, it opens instantly. And now I can log in and start using the Facebook or any other application. Now, I have also downloaded some variety of games like the Clash of Clans, even PUBG. Some games will just not work because most games are made for phones. In phone, we have ARM chip and we are using the emulator on our x86 PC. But most apps will definitely work, like the YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok. So like for example, this Clash Royale is just not opening at all. And some online competitive games might not work because they have anti-cheat. So if the game detects that it's an emulator, it will just not open. So let's try this one. So this is a Shadow Fight 2. Again, I have already tested this and it works flawlessly. There is literally no issue at all. It works. I mean, right now, this emulator isn't made for gaming. This is for those people who don't want to use Android Studio, but want to use the Android emulator from Google. Once I optimize this Android emulator even further and make it handle 3D rendering better without crashing the game, I'm actually planning to add a key mapping tool in here. Once I figure out how to optimize this even further and make it perform as good as the other third-party Android emulators like BlueStacks and all that. Let's try this one. I saw some videos on this. It's called Devil Level something. Yeah, this will definitely work. This is an offline game, so look at that. And I can also use my mouse and keyboard. Oh, nice. Easy. Oh, that wasn't easy. that was kind of hard. Now, this app has many features you can go and explore by yourself. I know you guys are smart. Now, if you want to test other Android OS, you can go to SDK Manager, let it refresh, and then you can see downloaded images. If you don't need specific Android version, you can just delete it. If you want to use, let's say, Android 15 or 14, that are actually better and more optimized than the latest Android versions. Now, let's say you want to use Google TV OS. Yeah, you go to the Android TV and download the Google TV. Okay, let me show you guys this quick boot feature. Use this only if you have a fast SSD. Okay, if you have a slow HDD or slow SATA SSD like mine, it can make your SSD run at 100% because there are so many files it needs to write, and it's not even like single file. There are multiple files. So if you have a NVMe SSD, this feature will be beneficial, but if you don't, then yeah, it's kind of useless. Now, let me show you guys some of the apps that you can actually use right now to play Android games on PC. First one, the official method. Google Play Games for PC is actually the official Android emulator for PC for gaming. Yes, you can actually play many popular Android games on PC officially, like the Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Geometry Dash, Last War, Free Fire, Township, Jurassic World, and the games actually run flawlessly. And the second app you can use to play Android games on your PC is called Mumu Player. Right now, this is probably one of the best third-party Android emulator out there that runs really well on your PC, and you can play almost all the games, including your Free Fire and all that. It's actually pretty good. It has a key mapping, and yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or have any suggestions for me, you can always do the comment and we can have some chit chat in the comment section too. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye bye.